So much has changed since we left off. Basically, I had to cancel my transfer, and I hit a major rock bottom after that. Just didn't know if I could do it. It was just too much physically for me to handle, was the emotional stress of it just like taking over my body. I think Timmy was the first one to say to me, "What do you think about surrogacy?" In the back of my head, I had been thinking about it for a while. So we started to go down that road and started to explore it. And I started talking to a lot of women who had been through this before, and they pointed me in the right direction of an agency. At first I was like, oh, just the privilege everyone was saying, but this is a gift that you can give to yourself. This is something that you've been suffering with and struggling through for so long. Matched with a surrogate, and she was amazing, 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 amazing. Everything that we could have hoped for in someone. Unfortunately, we did 2 transfers with our surrogate, and she miscarried both times. I don't really feel the need to get into all the details about why she miscarried because we don't even really know. It's one of those things. Was it the embryo? Was it the uterus? Was it something completely unrelated? Miscarriages are so random and something that we have no control over. It was excruciatingly painful. Just thinking about it. I felt like the miscarriages with our surrogate even like hit me harder. You think something's going to work out and you take all the necessary precautions and all the testing, spend all this money, put an embryo into someone else's body twice, and then it just doesn't work. So I'm like, I wish I had a happier outcome. Most women that I've spoken to have had a miscarriage or some sort of fertility issue, and it's just so important for you to not feel alone and for you to not feel like you're responsible or that there's anything more that you could have done. Really just release that control. And I think sometimes also just like have a good cry. I do think that this is a women's health crisis. The fertility just alone is so expensive. I think that healthcare and insurance companies need to think about how they can support us, make it easier for women to not feel the stress of having the financial burden and the physical burden. 2 embryos left. At this point, we're not really sure what we're going to do. I'm thinking a little bit more because I'm in a healthy mindset now. I've been working on myself, both physically and emotionally, like getting stronger just for myself, like not for this, just so that I can feel good. And I feel like now that I'm at that place, like maybe I should try. Doctors never told me that I couldn't carry, but they just didn't know why I just kept miscarrying. So I think I just felt like I wasn't the best vessel, but now I'm sort of like, I don't want to keep spending all this money. I want to see if I can maybe do it, at least with one of these embryos, and see what happens. Monday, I'm meeting with my fertility doctor to get like a full checkup of everything that's going on. I just want to make sure, like, if I am going to do the transfer, that everything looks good leading up to it. The thing is that I can't stop thinking about it. I don't feel like our family is complete, and I really want Sunny to have a sibling. And while this is just so trying and exhausting and has like put this layer of grief in my life, I don't want to give up. Try to turn to gratitude. That's another thing that I do. Like, I really try to turn to gratitude for what I have, not what I don't have. I continue to have hope. Today I was recording a podcast and I started to say, like, if we have a second kid, and I said I'm changing that to when we have a second kid, because I know it's going to happen one way or another.